Is it recording? Okay, I think recording is on. Okay, so I was just saying that this is the 7th week of a 12 weeks AI training journey. So basically, the whole idea is just for people to, for us to go through how to use AI from start to finish from week 1 to week 12. And we've gone through different stages or different processes of AI, how to we've not done vibe coding, we've done prompt engineering, we've done different LLMs, we've looked at Claude code, we've looked at Notebook LM, we've looked at AI video creation and also image creation as well. So that was what we did last week. So we've done a whole lot as well. And basically this week was just for us to put everything we did last week into practice, sort of, in a way that people will be able to monetize it and also earn a living or make money out of it. Because the whole idea of learning how to use AI is not just to understand what AI does or how to interact with AI. It's also to understand how to monetize it, how to also either use AI to make your life a whole lot easier, either your work life, business life, or also find a way to make money out of it. So once we're learning anything, I think it's important for us to also understand how to also monetize that as well. Okay, so I'll just kick it off. So I'll share my screen shortly so we can dive deep into everything that we did, into the practical aspect of what we did last week. The whole idea is just for us to be able to set up something like, if you want to go into like if you want to do it on TikTok, or if you want to do it on YouTube. So it's just for you to understand how to find the right niche and also how to create videos that probably would help you go viral or help you get more viewers, more followers, or how to even be able to add affiliate products to the video you're creating to also make money out of that. Okay, so that's just the whole idea behind this. And so while I'm talking, I'll just be looking at the chat as well to see if there is any comment. And if you have any question at any point in time, just feel free to just stop me at any point in time, ask a question, and I'll be more than happy to respond and flow along with that. So for those that have not met me before, my name is Eric. I run AI Vision Consulting Limited. So basically I'm an AI specialist, and I also have my own full-time job as well as a digital portfolio manager. But AI has always been more like a hobby for me. It's something that I enjoy, something that I love, and I love learning new things about AI. And most times if I learn these things, I always have that urge or that need to want to talk to somebody about what I've learned so far. So that's the reason why I started this 12 weeks AI training journey, so I'll be able to impact on others as well what I learn about AI. So hopefully before the end of the 12 weeks, we should be able to have, if not everybody, at least up to 50% or 60% of those that are attending the training should be able to say that they've learned these things about AI, or they can use AI confidently at work, or they can use AI to help them become more productive at work, or they can even use AI to help them make more money online. So that's just the whole idea behind that. So I'll just quickly jump into sharing my screen so we can just get started. So let's see. Just a moment. So let me see if I can change my resolution. Screen orientation can be changed when you're live. Oh, I see. So I need to add sources. So what happened basically, I wanted to use a different aspect ratio for the introduction, and also Yeah, basically, the whole plan was that I'll use the 9:16 aspect ratio if I want to share my screen to do like the practical itself. Then for the introduction, I use this landscape mode. So that was the whole idea. So I've already added the screens that I need to share on the 9:16. That's the TikTok format view. And I started with the landscape. So now it's saying that as long as I've gone live, I won't be able to change the aspect ratio. Okay, so I just have to add the screens I need to share again. Let me just add sources, add windows. So the first window I need to share would be this. So just bear with me, guys. Let me just get this right. So this would be this window and capture, add source. Okay, so now I've added the source. Let me so I need to fit the screen. Okay, so basically I just have to bring this to the front. Fit the screen. So I'll need to just drag my face down. You guys have seen my face already, so there's no point leaving it big. So let me just minimize it. Okay. So hopefully we can still see the screen that I want to share. Okay, so the reason why I started with this basically is just because of and last week we talked more on using Flow, using Google Flow, and also using Google Omni. So we even started creating some videos on Google Omni on how it works and how to use it as well. We created some interesting videos about it as well. And I think I was talking about Whisk, using Whisk to create consistent character, which some people were finding it hard to locate. So I'll just go straight to that first of all. So once you click on this, so it should be under tools. You click on tools, you scroll down to, this is where you see Whisk. So this is Whisk. Before now, it used to have like a standalone website on its own where you can use it without going through all this process to locate it. But for some weeks ago, I think it was removed. So eventually it had to be brought back. And now they added it to the different tools that they have in Google. So basically what you do is that you can add an image like a subject, and once you add a subject, you can add multiple subjects. You can use that to create your consistent character. Please, if you have a question, feel free to stop me at any point in time. If you don't have a question, okay. So this is Whisk. Remember on the group chat, was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? So I talked about it's a lot easier now to create consistent character using Whisk. And okay, I just heard what you said. Now is it the wrong? This is not the whiskey rum. Yeah, basically this it's whiskey, whatever you choose to call it. So basically this is it. So once you add your subject, you can add multiple subjects. If you want to create like different characters in a scene, add multiple subjects, add different scene, add the style you want. So the reason why I said it's a lot easier now, it's because if you guys remember last week when we tried to create a consistent character, we had to create different prompts to help us get a consistent character. So we used prompts to create storyboards. We also used the prompt that created different angle of the character. So that was how you can just still do it that way. It works fine. But from here, if you just add your character, add another character, you then have to create like an image from that character. Once you once you've selected the character you've added here, any prompt you give it here would definitely take from that character you've added. The same goes with the scene as well. If you upload a scene, or if you create a scene and you want that scene to be consistent, you can also select the scene here, and any prompt you create will use that scene. Okay, so that's basically how it works. But before we come back to this, I just wanted to show us something. So let me just get this. Let me see, where do I have that? Okay, so I just have to add another source again. Let me add another window and capture. So now I want to capture this other screen, Comet browser. Just a moment, let's see. Okay, so apply, fit the screen. Okay, so let me show you guys this. So while we actually sent out the poll sometime last week for us to decide on. I actually sent out the poll last week for us to decide on which niche we would like to create content on, and some people came up with different niches. Some mentioned crime, some mentioned different niches as well. So what I did basically was to search online to find which of these niches would make more sense in terms of generating, or in terms of going viral faster, and also in terms of sustainability. So eventually I came up with this fruit vegetable niche. So this is a niche that has been popping up lately on YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, and also TikTok as well. So you see people creating different content about using fruits and also using different vegetables, where they're talking, where they're doing things. Some other times they create like a scene or like a short drama of these different animated vegetables or animated fruits doing different things. So that was the reason why I had to create the one I sent out to the group as a drama and different short drama. So this is a very good niche which is going viral very fast, and it is a niche that once you go into this niche, there's a big possibility that within the first 2 or 3 weeks that you'll get to that monetization threshold. So that's the reason why I thought, okay, we can use this as a case study. But another thing we should also look at is this. If you want to do this on TikTok, on YouTube, for instance, YouTube has a strict policy at the moment, which they just recently updated. So basically, they see some content as inauthentic content, and what they actually try to avoid is people creating AI slop, what they call AI slop, random or videos that you create without any personal input or personal addition to it. So this kind of videos could be very tempting to start creating, but the problem with it is that everybody that wants to create such videos, fruits, vegetable videos, they use like this the same style. For instance, if you're creating a video about on let's say strawberry, or let's say apple, you always have the same shape of apple which you use to add your face and all the face and all that. But most times, if YouTube sees content that looks similar, you either not get monetized or you get demonetized, because they believe that it is just a video that you create without adding any effort, like video that you just ask AI to create for you without you putting your own input into. So that's the problem with this type of content. So, but for you to be able to do that, to know that you stay away from that issue, you need to be able to, for you to be able to create it without having that issue, then you need to be able to have different touch added to yours. So you need to like add the human touch to it, or like the human editing to it, make it look different from what every other person is doing. And if you want to do it like on the drama or a different niche, you need to make sure that your story is authentic. So that's the reason I just thought I should bring that for us to have an idea in case we want to like jump into this. But we'll definitely look into how to create this type of content. And so what I did was I had to come up with a detailed prompt for us to be able to use in creating this style of content. So what you need to do is just to, if you have this document, you can either create a project with it or create a custom GPT with it. So once that is created, you'll be able to use that as easy as you want to create your content going forward. So that is one. The other second niche is, the second niche as well is different stories on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. So there are some people that create animated stories, there are some people that create crime stories, investigation stories. So these are also stories that also are popping up as well, and people are interested in watching, irrespective of the fact that using AI to create out such content. So I saw this blog as well. It explained the three type of content that most people are really going viral. People are really watching and are interested in creating. So this one is the webcomic manga transformation. So it's basically like an animation, just like this one's animation, 2D characters, and where you do like a drama or a series or investigation or crime, just anything at all. And also there is the UGC style animation where you do different content and like you promote products using AI to create a UGC character. UGC stands for user generated content. So that is also something that people are also doing to go viral and making money out of as well. And there's also the Ghibli style. There's also the cinematic documentary style as well. So these are the different ones I thought of, okay, we can look at these ones and see which of them people will be interested in going. But what I want to use basically as a case study is this. So for this other one, I also created a different prompt as well. So this one is for Universal Video Studio Master Project Instructions. So basically this is for the general kind of video, not the fruit type. So this first prompt is for the fruit and vegetable type, and the second one is for the general type, depending on what you want to do. So that is what I want us to look at. But first of all, I want us to create the project, create everything together. So we'll create the video from scratch as we go. So let me just save this file first of all. Yes, definitely. Let me. Yeah, I think I would even love to see if I'm able to share it here now. But I don't know if I can share a file on the chat. Let's see. I'm not sure there's an option to share a file, and if I copy this prompt, it might be too long to paste on the chat. Let me see if there's any other option to share, because I think I've downloaded this file. I've saved it on my folder. Anyway, what I'll just do is that if I can't find, I've saved it already. If I can't find a way to share, there's an echo because you have to output. There's an echo. What is the two output that I have, for crying out loud? So what is the second output? So what I just have, I think the echo comes when somebody unmutes themselves to talk.
Yeah, so when someone is speaking.
Okay.
Yeah, we hear something like noise.
Okay, I think that's the reason. Okay, guys, so let's just mute the mics for those that are not talking. Okay, so what I'll do basically, yeah, somebody said they didn't even hear Ifan when Ifan spoke. Ifan is not very audible. Ifan like using bedroom voice to talk. So it's sounding like you're far away from the microphone. Okay, make sure your AI voice is audible so we can all hear you clearly. Okay, so what I'll do is that if there is no way for me to attach this, I'll just drop it on the WhatsApp group. I'll drop the file. So what I'll do, let me just drop that now. So for those that would like to follow along. So let me drop the file now. Just a moment. I'll just drop it on the WhatsApp group. So somebody say I should drop the link. Okay, so attach file, document. So I just attach both of them, this and this, and attach. Okay, so both have been added to the WhatsApp group. Okay, so let's proceed. Now what I want to do, I want us to create everything from scratch. And I want to assume that we already have where we want to post these videos. Like I believe everybody have like a TikTok page or YouTube channel. So it's not like we want to start creating those channels from scratch. So I just want to believe that everybody has that already. So I want to use Claude for this, but you can always use ChatGPT to create custom GPTs. You can always use Claude. You can use any other one, Gemini, Gems as well. So whichever one you're very comfortable with. So what I do is that I go to project, and let's see, I go to project, so I click on new project, and so let me do the fruit one first. I'll take the title, I'll copy this, go back to, and I'll paste it. So this will be the title, and I'll also add a small description to it. Let me just copy this as the description. So with this, I'll create the project. So once I create the project, the next thing will be for me to add that instruction. So you can either do it two ways. You can either copy everything from here, Control A, highlight and copy, or you can just download the folder and the file rather, download the file and attach that as a file. So if we copy it, you need to add it here as instruction. If you copy it, you just paste as instruction. But the reason why I don't like copying and pasting is that at times some of these boxes might not be big enough to contain all the words in instruction or everything I need to be in instruction. So I just rather have it uploaded as a file instead of copying and pasting. So I just click on this, and if you're doing it on custom GPT, it's still the same process as well. Anyway, I also do that on custom GPT to see for those that would want to use that, so you have that experience as well. So let me attach the file, fruit vegetable. So now the file has been attached. So whenever I want to create the content, it goes through the file first of all to see what I already have here, and that is how it's give me the information based on what I have as instruction. So let me open ChatGPT. So for those that want to do it on ChatGPT to create a custom GPT, what you can do from here is, let me open the side panel. So you go to GPTs, you can also do project as well, but let me just do GPT. Then scroll down to explore GPTs and click on create new GPT. So you just do the same thing we did previously. You copy the title, too long. Fruit, vegetable, cartoon. Let's just do fruit, cartoon. Okay, so now in the description, you copy part of it as well. Add a description. So basically, you can also still copy and paste the instruction here if you want. But like I said, most times if you copy, you realize that the box is too small to accommodate everything you want to copy. So if I just say, for instance, let me just highlight and copy everything. Let's just see. So now you see the characters are just too much for this box. So that's the reason why I always prefer to attach instead of to copy. So I just delete some part of it and see how much can fit in. Let me delete to this page 7. Still need to delete more. So I just have to make sure that, so this is a very, very detailed prompt, very long detailed prompt, and that's the reason why it can't accommodate that all. So now I just leave it at this, and what I'll do next is to upload the file just like we did with Claude. So I'll go back to that file and fruit. I'll add the file. So another thing with custom GPTs is that you can add conversation starters. So basically conversation starters is just like what will help people start prompting. Like what will give them an idea. Like for instance, some people might want to ask a question or might want to create something, but they won't know what to type. So that will give them an idea of what they need to start typing. Let's say something like, I want to create a video about the benefit of eating, let's say, apple daily. So any conversation starter you added would be displayed here. So with this, people can just click on it and it will go through the whole process and use that as a question that they're asking and response to them. So once you've added that, you'll come down. You can decide to add image generation, canvas, web search. You don't need code interpreter. You don't need data analysis. So that's just basically all you need. Create new action, you don't need to add that, it's not required. Then the next thing you need to do is to add an image of what you want it to look like. If not, you just have this icon here, and also select the model you want. So we always go for the latest model, so you add thinking to that. And once that's done, so basically that's all you need to do for you to create the custom GPT. So that's that. Remember that you can also create that under create. If you want AI to do the creation for you, you can click on create and AI will do everything for you. Or basically you can just click on configure and just do that the whole step for you. So we just did the configure just to make sure we have everything we need for it. So that's basically it. Once you're done, you next just to click on create. And if you click on create, it will ask you, do you want it to be for you alone, or do you want it to be for anyone with the link, or do you want it to be in the GPT store? So when this GPT, custom GPT was newly launched, it was a rumor then that it was supposed to be like an app store, where if people use your GPTs, the more people that uses it, you earn some credit or earn some money from it. It's just like a way to incentivize people to want to do that and also make money out of their GPTs as well. So you can as well add it to GPT store, or if you want it to just be for you, add it just for you alone. And whichever you click, just save. Whichever you select, you click on save. So once you save that, it will give you a link for you to open up and you start doing what you want to do. So once you click on this link, it opens on the page, then you can proceed with what you want to do. So let's just test run it to see how it works. Let it come up. So open. Let's see. You can also still do the same with Claude as well. So GPT is still coming. So let me even cancel this and open. So now let's just even test run with this starter prompt or conversation starter that we added, and let's see what it comes up with. So I just sent it this. I want to create a video about benefits of eating apple daily. So let's see how it's going to create this. So based on the instruction that we've given it, it will use that to create the idea first of all. So now we'll say we'll start with phase 0, project setup as required by your cartoon video project workflow. So now it's giving us option to choose. Please choose one option for each. Now, character base, which genre do you want to select? So once it gives you this option, you have to select what you want to create video on. Let's say, for instance, for this, I'll say I want just fruits. I want just fruit for this. Let's see this genre. Let me just copy and paste. Let's say I want just fruits. I'll copy fruit, paste fruits. So do you want drama, action, comedy, history, discovery, science fiction? So it's giving you a different niche option to choose. And whichever niche you select, it will still create it based on that style, the animation, the fruits animation character. So let's just say I want drama. I'll copy drama, paste drama. So the next one, sub niche. So since your topic is about eating apples daily, the best fit is likely health. So choose one. Now let's say healthy exercise, hygiene habits, exercise and energy outcome. Let's just say let's say healthy eating. Healthy eating should be the best fit for this. And so the next one, cultural settings. So where do you want it to be set? Which setting do you want it to have? Is it somewhere in South Asia, India village, town, African village, Savannah, Eastern Asia? So let me just select African village. Let's see what it produces. So dialogue, which language do you want? Obviously English. So add style, 3D pixel style. Now targeted runtime, let's just say short, 1 minute. And I think that's basically it. So basically selected everything that I selected except for the modern generic setting. Okay, so let's send. So now the idea behind all this is for the AI to first of all understand what you want to create. Understand how to give you exactly what you want instead of creating something random or something generic. All you need to do is just to tell it what you want to create video on, and once you answer all these questions, then it moves to the next phase of the creation. So locked configuration, character-based fruits. So this is the genre, Africa, dialogue, English. I adjusted drama to health because healthy aiding belongs to health category and matches your Apple benefit topics. Okay, configure log, generate 10 viral topics. So the next thing is to generate the topic. So I just tell it to proceed. So once you're able to get this first step, now we've been able to identify, okay, this is the kind of style I want to create video on. The next thing is to generate or to get the exact kind of process that you want to create the video on, so you don't just create anything random that you hope will do well. So the first viral topic that I generated, Apple Lens why one apple a day makes him strong. So this is for kids cartoon. Happy feels weak, duration. So now it's giving us the topic and also explaining the character, the style, and also how the video would look like. So this is the second one, why Happy became the village health hero. Then the third one, Happy versus snack. So this will give you 10 different viral content ideas that you can use to create the video. So you just have to select the one you want. Which topic number would you like to develop into a script? Happy's daily Apple promise. Let me look at when Nana tried to become healthy in one day. Happy learns the fiber power secret. The day Happy forgot his Apple habits. Let me go for number 5. Does anybody have a question? Okay, so if you have a question, feel free to ask at any point in time. So for phase 2, now it's giving us the dialogue, the conversation that will go on between different characters. And if you don't like any of them, you can always change and ask it to update or to edit. So once you go through everything and see which one you like, which one you prefer, and basically, let's see. So total scenes, 12 estimated runtime, 1 minute 4 seconds, including 2 4-second song cues. Lock this script and move to the character prompts. So if you go through the script and you like the dialogue, the conversation that it has given you, you just tell it to proceed. So proceed. So now it will move to the character prompts for us to generate the characters. Now this is what it's doing, giving you the name of the character, giving you the character file name, the product type, Apple, the role in the story. So Happy is the hero in the story, and personality type, outfits, voice note, and all that. So now this is what you use to create the image for it. So it will give you everything based on the different characters that should appear in your scene or in the video that you're creating in general. So what you need to do will probably just start creating the images. Now this is where this guy comes into play. Let me see if I have it open here. Okay, I might just as well open it again. So this is where Whisk come into play. So if it's before, if you wanted to create it without using Whisk, you have to create something like this image. for you to get a consistent character, and you work with this image going forward. So, but this is a bit longer in terms of process compared to using Whisk. So that's the reason why I said before now that Whisk is a lot easier to create consistent character now. So once you click on, I'll click on new project, and to find Whisk, this is where it has been hidden. You click on tools. So we know before now Whisk has a standalone website on its own. Just click on it and it gives you what you want. So but now it is hidden under tools. I'll just scroll down, and this is the Whisk. Click on it.
Sorry, Eric.
Yes, please.
Before you go on, for the benefit of people that are just joining, how do you get to Whisk again? Is it from Google Labs or what?
Yeah, from Google Flow. It's lab. It's called labs.google./flow. But basically, it's if you've been using Google's their products, Google Flow basically is just to create videos. It's either you use Gemini to create your videos, or you use Google Flow. So if you just type Google Flow on the website on the browser, it should bring you on labs.google.flow, something like that. So once it gives you that, you should be able to see this page. It shows you the option to say try flow, and give me the option to try flow. And once you click on that, it takes you to this page. So this is from this page. Next thing will be to create new project. So from here, you can as well still do what we want to do on Whisk on Google Flow. But just because the only issue is that you have to create the character separately. And for instance, if I also want to do it on Flow, I'll come to characters. I'll have to create the character here. So I'll create the image here, and I'll also assign a voice to it after creating the character. So it has its own consistent voice. And once I've done that, I'll save it with the character name. Then once I've done that, I'll come to scene as well. Create scene that I want to use for the video. So that's how you do it here if you don't want to use Whisk. But because I don't want to create like a character with different angles, different camera angle or different shot angles, I'll just go ahead and use Whisk to make it a lot easier for me. So once you click on tools, you scroll down to Whisk, click on Whisk. Now, so to create this first subject, I'll click on this. You can also click on this to click here. You can also add your prompt here to click your image. But just to make it faster, I'll just click here to paste that image, and I'll generate. So like I'm sure we know that generating images with Google Nano Banana is free. So you won't need to worry about paying for that, and you can also use it free here as well. So this is one option to create the image. I can as well come here, paste it, create the image here. If I create it here, it gives me two different options here compared to this that just gave me just one option. Give me two different options to choose where I want to use it on. So that's that. But the only downside of using Whisk at the moment is because it does not give that option for selecting aspect ratio. So it only gives you the option to select landscape video, 16:9 videos. But there is always a workaround to do that. But I just leave that for another day. So basically now we have the characters we want. We can also from here add it to the subject as well. So now we have the first character. Then we'll go back to our prompt. So the second character would be this. Let's copy the image for the second character, and I might as well just create it here so I can select which of them I would prefer. So create the second character. They basically look exactly the same. I'm not sure there's any difference between these two characters, even though they give us option to choose. They look very identical. And I also love the African attire that it's wearing. Okay, so this is our second character. So let me create the subject for it. And let me add our second character. Now we have both characters. Let's see the next thing that we need to add. We also have the third character as well. So let's copy the third character and let's go back to, let me just drag this close. Let's go back to Flow. So Flow, where are you? Okay, so where are my characters? And that is, let me see if all images are stored here. So my characters are still there. Let me go back to Flow, add the first character. This is my first character. Add the second subject, which is my second character. This is my second character. So let's create the third character. Okay. Hope I'm still recording. Hope you guys are still seeing me and hearing me clearly.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Okay, so let's look at the third character. I like your outfit, but let me see this other one. This is not very bad. I also like your walking stick as well. Okay, so let me select this as my third character. Which of them? So I think I need to select this other guy. Let me select this guy as a third character. So do I need to go through all this other character? I think anyway, let me just 5, just 2 more. While I'm trying to go through, so ready to generate environment and background scene. So I'll just leave it at just 3 characters, so we don't just, I believe you guys get the idea of how you add the characters. The environment and background prompts. I'm not telling you to generate image, just the prompts. So I believe you guys understand the whole idea, the whole concept. So once you have your different characters, you create them and just have them as a character. Then you have the scene. We'll create the scene next. I can saturate. Yes, I think somebody said I'm lost. I came late too. So if you're lost, please tell me where you're lost so I will know how to find you. If it is on Whisk, you can get to Whisk from Google Flow. So if you can get to Google Flow or labs.google, I think labs.google.com or .flow, something like that. But just type Google Flow on the browser. So once you get to Google Flow, you log in with your account, and once you open it, you see the option for tools. Then you click on tools. You scroll down to search for Whisk. So Whisk basically is just down the bottom. So just scroll down, you see Whisk, and you can click on it, and it is free to use. So that is that. So for the environment, let me just do like 2 different environments.
So how do you get to this?
How did I get to Whisk?
Yes. Yeah.
So but if you can get to,
Eric,
yeah,
don't worry. I'll paste the link in the chat now.
okay, that's
On WhatsApp.
okay, that's very good. So you can just click on the link. Once you get to this Google Flow, once you get to this page, Google Flow, you click on Tools. You click on Tools, you will see it hidden. Just click on this drop down and you see different tools. Then you scroll down. So once you scroll down, you'll see Whisk. Then you can click on Whisk and you'll see it on this side as well. So that's let's create the scene. So for the scene, I'll just click on this, click on the prompt and generate scene. So depending on how long you want your video to go on for, and depending on how many characters that you created, you can add more. Just click on the plus icon, you add more characters, more subjects, and it make your video more dynamic and more interesting once you have more characters to use. So this is our scene. That's fine. So let's look for the next scene. And mind you, you can also use this process for any niche at all. If you guys remember, like those that started from beginning, the prompt we use gave us options for different niche. So I just chose the health and fitness niche sort of. So if you're choosing the action niche, it will generate the prompts for your image creation based on the outfit that goes with what you're talking about, what your niche is all about. So that is that. And we selected to always be a 3D Pixar style, so that is what is always giving us. If you're selecting a different style that's not Pixar, then it will give you something different. So let's generate the second scene. I'll just do 2 scenes and let's just flow along with just 2 scenes. 2 environments. So it says that the 3D style method cartoon background one establishment. Okay, that's fine. Ready to generate scene by scene image prompt. Okay, so proceed. Now this is basically like the manual process of doing this thing yourself. There's also an option for it to automate all this process, whereby you don't need to be going one by one with all this prompting, telling it, okay, do this one next, do this next. You just tell it what you want to create from scratch, from start rather, and it will go ahead and create everything for you and give you the final video at the end. So we'll look at that later on, but the only disadvantage of that is that it is not free. It is not completely free, just like this. So if you want it to be on complete autopilot, complete automated, then the image generation would cost you, the video generation will also cost you as well. Unlike this, that you're generating your images for free. But it depends on what you want. If you don't mind paying that small token for it, then you can do the automation process. We'll look at that shortly. But let me just complete this process first. So now if you want to generate, if you get to this stage, right, what you need to look at this. What are the characters that you have in this? Remember, this stage is scene by scene storyboard prompt. So here it is establishing Appy's hunt exterior. It's adding Appy Hero to it as well. So let's create it and see if it can give us all the characters we need. Let's see. So it says this is 5 seconds, wide established shots. So the dialogue says, good morning friends, today something feels missing. And the character here is Appy Hero. The environment is Appy Hunt exterior. So let's see. So this is the Appy Hero, which is this guy. And this is the environment that you're supposed to use. Let's see. Okay, so now for this process, you can either do this part here, or you can bring it to Flow to create it, because this is what you use for your image, for your video generation. This section of it is what you use for your video generation, and you can either create it just from here, or you go to Flow to animate, because basically we still take everything to Flow to animate the whole process on Flow. So what I'll do is that I'll just go to Flow. Let me just create everything from Flow. So I'll go back to all media, and now everything you've created on Whisk, you'll see them on Flow. So you can still continue using the same images on Flow and the same generation on Flow. So what I can do from here, if I want to get an exactly the same consistency in the character, if I look at this first prompt, now I talked about the character is present and also the environment is present. So these two are what I need for that scene to get the consistency. So what I'll do from here is I'll go back to image and select the 16 by 9, select Nano Banana Pro, and if you type art, now I need this character one. I'll select this character, and I also need the environment character as well. So this should be the environment character. I also need this as well. So I need these two characters to create the consistency. So what I'll do is that then I'll paste that prompt. I'll paste that prompt and send it. I've just done just one image. So what it will do is that it will take this environment and this character and merge them together. So that's how you get your consistency. If you see the other image you created, this is not entirely the same with this. Likewise this as well. Even though the environment still look, the scene still look almost like the same, but it's not entirely the same thing compared to this. But if you see this scene now and this scene and this, they are the same. So this is how you get your consistency if you want to create them together. If you do it on Whisk, or if you just use the prompt alone, it will not give you that consistent environment or consistent settings or location. So you just have to do it this way. Merge both together to get what you want. And that is that. Then if we go back, let's see the next one. So the next one is Apple Hero, Nana Friend, and Apple Hot Exterior. So I'll copy this again and we'll go back to Flow and do the same thing. So just add and Apple Hero, select this, add again, and this is Nana Friend. So another thing you can also do for you not to get confused, once you finish generating them from Flow and you get to this, finish generating them from Whisk, I wanted to say Whiskey. Once you finish generating them from Whiskey and you get to Flow, you can edit, you can rename the character. So if you see, this second character is supposed to be Nana Friend. So I'll just copy this, come back to this, rename it to Nana Friend. So that way, if I want to select from here, if I want to search, for instance, I say at symbol to search, I'll just search for Nana Friend. So this is Nana Friend. I'll just search for Nana Friend. Yeah, Whiskey. I'll just search for Nana Friend. So that's basically, it makes it easier for you to find your character you're looking for, because what this prompt does is to generate the characters with their names. So it's important for you to rename them, that way you don't mix them up, that way you know what is what, you know where is where, and you know which location you're using. So that's just one thing we should have in mind as well. So the next, we need to taking out Nana friend. Let me add it again. So Nana friend, and so the next would be the hot. So I did not rename this, but this should be this house or this hot. So is it this? Is it this? Is it this? Is it this? So this is it. Select this. Then you paste the prompt. No, I've not copied the prompt yet. Then we go back and copy the prompt and you paste the prompt. Then you send. So what this will do is basically to, I would have changed it to just one image. What this will do is basically to create the character, these two characters in this scene. So create them in this scene. So this is how you generate the other scenes. Now we have Nana friend and we have this Apple guy. Have them together on the scene. So let's see the next thing we need to do. So you can just do the same thing to get the flow with every other characters and every other scene merged together. But I won't go through I won't go through the whole thing, just not to bore us with this. I believe we already have an idea of how to do this, or we understand the whole concept behind this. So this is about 12 different scenes. Now once we're done with this, the next thing will be to generate the videos. So do you want to generate the storyboard images yourself, or should I generate them for you with Creative Claude? So now I added this option. On the instruction, or inside of the instruction, so that for those that want to automate some of the processes. Because if you want to automate the whole process, remember I said the image generation is not free when you're automating it. So you have to add some credits. There's this website called Creative Claude. So you can either use Creative Claude or you can use Higgsfeed. Whichever one is fine. But Creative Claude gives you token. So you pay based on what you use. Just like how we use it on key.ai. You pay based on what you use. So that's the reason why I prefer using that. But Higgsfeed, you pay monthly subscription. So even if you don't use it, your credit will end and you'll subscribe for the next month. But for this, you only be paying for what you use. If you don't use it, you still have your credit and it does not expire. So that's one advantage of using this. So I added this option. If you don't want to, if you want to automate the whole process, fine, you can automate the whole process. And if you want to automate just the video creation part and create the image yourself, since it's free on Nano Banana, you can just do it on Nano Banana for free. Then you give it all the images. So what you do basically, if you wanted to generate them, the videos that it's by itself for you, you have to, all the images you've created, like all the different scene images, not the first ones, the ones that you've added all the scenes together, the scenes and the characters, you download them to your desktop or to your system and you upload them, or either you upload them to it or you save them in a folder and give it the path to that folder for it to be able to locate those images, and it will use those images to create the video at the end. So that's if you're using it on Claude, which I'll get to once we're through with this stage. But if you don't want to do that, you can still go ahead and do the whole thing yourself. So now I will tell you to go ahead and generate the storyboard for me, and I can either skip the storyboard option because here we already have different scenes. So we can as well just generate animate these scenes from here. which is the final process, you can just click on animate. Click on animate, then you give it your prompt. Give it your prompt to generate to animate the image. You can use that option, or you can create a storyboard. So storyboard basically shows us the different scenes of these characters, different scenes and different scenes and different characters put together, so that way it's easier for the AI to generate. But the reason why storyboard might not work for this process is because the storyboard will create the image from scratch, so it might not take the consistency of the scenes or some of the characters. So I'll just do that for us to see. So I added all these options to this prompt, so these instructions, so that you have different options to use. If you don't want the storyboard option, you can just skip the storyboard option and move on to the video generation option. But if you want the storyboard, you tell it to proceed with the storyboard. So I'll just say, please proceed with the storyboard option. Should I generate them for you with Creative Cloud? Please proceed with the storyboard prompt. Or just say I want to generate them myself. Simple. So that way it understands what we want to do and moves on to the next stage. So use the storyboard prompt from phase 5 to generate your own still images. Please name the files. So this is what we've already done. You name the files either by the name or the scenes. Now we already have the different scenes. So you can just name them. Let's say this is scene 1. This is scene 1. So I'm going with this image, so I'll just rename this to scene 1 and rename this to scene 2. So that's how you rename all your different scenes. And let's see, so use any common image format, upload the finished stills directly into the chart, either all at once or in batches. After that, I'll set down and then the scene, I'll map each file to correct scenes. So now, the next thing will be for us to give it the whole images for it to upload. So what I just want us to you can either go through this process, give it the different images, then it will map out the different scenes, because now it has the images. It will be able to arrange them scene by scene. So because we did not generate the complete scene for the whole video, for the whole scene 12, we did only just 2. I can either just give you that 2 to create a storyboard for us, or I can just tell you to just proceed and skip that part of it. So let me close this blind. The sun is just reflecting on my face. Okay, so if you generate your own entire scene from scene 1 to scene 12, so what you do is that you, after renaming them, you download the 12 scenes and you go back and upload. So let's just even go through the process. Let me just download just these 2 scenes that were renamed. So for those that want to go through this route, I don't like manual labor sort of. I like things being automated. So, but some people that won't mind going through this process, let me just do it so they will see how it's done. Then download the second scene. So now I have these 2 scenes downloaded. I'll go back to it and I'll just say, come on from my upload finish right directly after the last one. I say done. And scene has an image on my page 5. So let me add different images. So I just say I only generated 2 scenes. Okay, so I'm giving it what I have. So while I'm just waiting for that to come up, now if you want to automate the process, what you basically need is, first of all, you need a Claude account. If you already have a Claude account, it's a lot easier for you. If you don't have a Claude account, you need to have a Claude account. So just go to claude.ai and create a new account. And once you've created a new account, this one is on, it tells us summer is around the corner. We can create cartoon to tell a story about summer in the UK. Yeah, that's very true. So we can create cartoons for that as well. Okay, so once you have yours, you can either do it using Claude Code or you can do it from here, but you need to have your connectors on. You need to have a connector. So you need to either have Creative Claw connector or Hixfeed connector. Remember I said Hixfeed, you need to have a subscription to it. Creative Claw, you need to, yes, have a subscription, but you only be charged for what you use, based on what you use. So, but you need to have these two installed. So for you to be able to have, if you want to use Hixfeed, the easiest way is just to go to hixfield.ai. So once you go to Hixfield, this is Hixfield, you click on MCP and CLI. Click on MCP and CLI. So you can connect it to Claude, you can connect it to Perplexity, to Cursor, to OpenClaw, to Hermes, any of them you'd want to. So you can use MCP or use CLI, but I recommend you use CLI. So the reason why CLI is better, because with CLI automatically it connects to all your AI, your LLMs or your agents. For instance, if you have Codex, if you have Claude Code, if you have Hermes, if you use CLI, it automatically connects to every one of them. So what you do is that you copy this and you go to your command. You go to your command prompt. So on the search, on your search menu, you click on CMD, or you type CMD. So once you type CMD should give you like a command box. Either you go to your command box or go to your terminal, any of them. But once you type CMD on your Windows search, it will bring out the command box for you. So you paste it there. So that way it will be installed on your system and not just on a particular app. So you can use it. Yeah, I said Creative Claw. creativeclaw.co. So let me just copy the website and paste it here. So that's Creative Claw. If you want to use Creative Claw, then I'll get to the setup for Creative Claw shortly. But for this, once you paste this on your commands or your terminal, you click on enter, so it starts the installation. And once that is done, it opens a pop-up window for you to sign in. Then you need to first of all create an account with Hixfeed. So once that is done, you copy this next prompt, paste it, and it gives you the option to sign in. So once you've signed in, the next thing is to copy this as well on that same command terminal or that command box. You copy these skills as well and paste. So this will give it the skill, a Hixfeed skill, to understand how to use Hixfeed, different tools we have on Hixfeed. So that's how you connect Hixfeed. And once that is done, you'll see the option for you to connect it. So it will give you the option to say toggle on this connection. So you need to make sure this connection is toggled on, so that way it can, your Claude can see that you're connected to that external app. So that's for Hixfeed. Then for Creative Claw, so once you click on that, All you need to do is to click on Start Creating. Once you click on Start Creating, then just like for Hixfeed, you have to follow go through the same command processes as well. But the reason why this is better, because it will give you the option for you to connect it to Claude. So once you click on this, first of all, you click on this Open Claude. You click on it, it will open Claude. It will open the exact page you need to connect it to on Claude. So once it opens this page, you type the name Creative Claude and you paste that MCP that you copied. Once you paste it here, you add it. So I won't add it because I already have it installed. But once you click it here, that's all you need to do, then you add it. So once you add it, you'll see it will appear somewhere here. This is where you see all your connectors. You'll see it here. Mine is already here. Then before we get to that, you go back to that same page again and you copy this URL and paste. Let me open it again. So see, copy this and paste this MCP. So that's exactly what we've done already. And let's see. You can see it's still the same URL that you've copied and you've pasted. So once you've done that, the next thing will be to add these skills. So what you do is that you click here to download the skill. You click on this, it will give you the option to start downloading the skills. Download it as a zip file on your computer. So you don't need to unzip it or do anything. Just click on this page. Click on this page and it brings you to the option for you to upload the skill. So what you do is that you click on this plus sign, click on Browse Skills, then click on Skills. No, these are the ones you have already. Let me see. Click on this and click on Create Skills. So once you click on this cross sign, click on Create Skills and you click on Upload a Skill. So if you click on this, you have to either drag and drop the file, the zip file that you downloaded as a skill, or you click on it to search for it wherever it is saved on your computer. Once you have that, you attach it. Once you have it, you attach it. So it's saying replace Creative Claude skills. I already have it uploaded. So I wanted to replace that. I'll just cancel. But for you, if you don't have it uploaded already, it should ask you to attach it. So you add the skill. So once you add the skill, you see it as one of the skills you have. So this is the skill that it will display. So once this is done, everything has been sorted. Then if you go back to the page, that's everything you need to do. Then you can go back to Claude and let's just say, this is the example they say they gave. Now try one of these, generate a hero image, make it 6 seconds, blah 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 and all that. So that's just to test if Claude has that skill. But before you do that, one thing you can do is when you go to Claude, you can ask Claude, do you have the Creative Claude connection and skills, just to confirm. So but it should have it because it's toggled on. Remember we toggled it on here on that connection, so it should have it. So once it says it has it, the next thing you need to do would be to add like small credits to it. So you just tell it to give me the link to top up credits to my Creative Claude account. So you can either do that from here, or you can go to their their website and look for pricing. $10, you get 1,000 credits. So you can top up yourself from here, or you can just ask Claude to do that for you. So it's just give you the direct link. Like me, the way I use AI and AI agent, I just like them doing everything for me. I just tell them what I want. So long they have access, they have connection, they'll do all those things for me. So once you click on the link, open it. So it will take you to the page, the exact page where you need to top up. So $10 plus the tax, $12 in total. So you add your card and you top up. So that is the process. I'll come back to this. So once this has been done, this has been finalized, what you can do next, remember we created a project for this whole process, but before then, let's see how far with our manual process. Let's see, where did we even stop? Okay, this is the video prompt. Video prompt for scene 1. So we stopped at the images, so we need to create video prompt. So what I'll just do, what we just do from here, for scene 1, you click on this and you animate it. So once you click on to animate, you paste your prompt. And another reason why I prefer the automated process using this Claude, even though it costs money, but another reason why I prefer this than using Flow is because if you're using most of these Google products, it is always highly what's the word? They're always sensitive words that they don't allow you to generate. There are some things that you want to generate, some normal words. Google will block all those things because they believe that it's against their privacy policy. But if you're going through a third-party app, most of all those things will not stop you. You'll be able to generate those things. And the second reason is because if you're generating it here, it does not come with a watermark. But if you're generating it on Flow, it comes with a watermark. So that's just something we should always be mindful of as well. So you can as well decide to use agents. I can use the agent to generate this. And I like using agent though, because agent goes through the whole process and tell me how many credit I need to spend, or how many credit to cost me for using generating that video. So let's make sure that we selected the video option. Video, yes. Okay, so save. So let's generate. So first of all, the agent will notify me to tell me how much this video generation will cost me, and also if I want to proceed. So it will cost me 15 credit. I can decide to stop the agent from telling me this, just disable it, or I can just approve it and let it continue reminding me. That way I don't use more than I want to. So I'll just approve that. And it should go ahead to generate the video for us to see. So that's how you generate all the videos. And go back, copy the second image. So because if I only created 2 scenes, it gave me prompt for just 2 scenes. If you created your complete 12 scenes, it will give you the prompt for the entire 12 scenes. So copy the second one, and I want to do the second scene, right? So you can either click here to animate it, or you can come over to this place. Either you type on the @ sign, or you click on the plus to select it. So it will be scene 2. Scene 2. So I can generate scene 2 as well. So let's see the video for scene 1.
Good morning, friends! Today feels... Wait. Something feels missing. Something feels missing.
Did you guys hear the audio? I'm not sure if audio was also selected to share. Okay, that's brilliant. So that means the audio works. So let's just
Good morning, friends. Today feels... Wait. Something feels missing. Something feels missing.
Now you can see it comes with the watermark. But you see when we generate the other video from the automated process, it won't have a watermark at all. Okay, the audio is good. That's fine. Okay, so let's see the second video. Okay, so this one asking for approval, approve. You can as well decide to disable that approval option so it does not keep asking you to approve, and that way to just generate the whole video for you. So let's see. While the video is generating, let's go back to Claude. So now what we can do from here is to go to our project. Since we have the project created already, so this is the project, click on it. Let's see the connectors. Good, so we have a connector. So now from here, let's just assume that we don't have any topic we want to create content on, and we don't have any idea. So let's just see. Let me go back to ChatGPT from where we started. So we started by telling it to create something like this. So we'll go back to Claude. And let's just tell Claude to do the same thing as well. And let's see. So I want to create a video about the benefits of eating apple daily. Let's send it first. So now it will go through the instructions we have attached to this project, see the processes that it needs, and come back with what it needs to do. Then we'll now tell it to automate the whole process. Let's go back to Flow and see our video. So this is our second video. Let's see.
Abby, you forgot your morning apple cheer.
So that was what was missing. It didn't take a morning apple.
Abby, you forgot your morning apple cheer.
So now I know somebody asked me how can is there an app to get to create your video to get a perfect shot? Is there a particular app you can use to get the perfect shot? So AI is not at that stage yet to give you a perfect shot of what you want. You just have to either you reprompt it or you do some editing. So for this, we can see from the beginning it changed. Appy was here, then all of a sudden Appy changed to this other side.
Abby, you forgot.
And if you also see this banana guy, this is how the weight it was tying his wrapper or something changed when it's changed the scene. Even though the bag is still there, but the bag looks a bit different. But aside from that, every other thing still remains the same way, just like a mirror effect, changing the side of the view of the scene. So that is one thing you can also take note of. But you can always edit those things out. And one other reason why I also like Flow is that Flow can give you the option to edit. Let's say if I go back and this is the first scene, and let's say if you have all your 12 scenes here, you can just edit everything here, or you can download them to CapCut and do your editing. But if you have everything here, this is the first scene, and let's say you need to edit something out.
Good morning, friends. Today feels... Wait. Something feels missing. Something feels missing.
Okay, so this is fine. So the next thing you can do is to add add a new clip, and the second video, add the second one to it. So what it will do is that it will bring both videos, or if you have your entire 12 videos, you add everything together, so it brings the entire video together. and that way you'll be able to do your editing here and just download and upload. But most times you might want to take it to CapCut to add more finishing touches, more professionalism to it. And also if you want to also cover the watermark as well, you have to do that on CapCut. Now let's say we want to edit this video from here. So you just have to drag this, drag it, so you take that part out.
Abby! Abby! Abby!
So
Abby! You forgot your morning apple cheer!
So you can also cut some part if it's so long, if there is silence and not talking like dead air, can cut some part out of it. And this is just like a simple editing. It's not like even editing, just like to merge your videos together. Because here you can't add effects, you can't add transitions, you can't add even subtitle or caption to it. So let's just see the entire video.
Good morning, friends! Today feels... Wait. Something feels missing. Something feels missing. Abby! You forgot your morning apple cheer!
So we'll see.
Good morning, friends!
You will see the way the second clip entered, it's not well transitioned.
Abby!
So that is something we can always change if you want to edit it on CapCut or any other editing app. Add a smooth transition effect to it so it blends seamlessly. It blends without showing like any cuts of it. So that is one thing we should also have in mind. But if you want to do it from here, you can just do everything from here, create your video. Once you're done with it, you download your video. You download the entire clip. You can do that from here. If you have your whole 12 scenes, you can download it from here. Or you can just download it as a zip file. You can download this as a project. That is, if you want to edit it on like CapCut or any other app, download it as a project. Then it's to download it as a zip file whereby you have all those individual clips. Then you can go to your editing app to edit and add everything together. So that's just one of the human touches you can add to your video to make it not being seen as an inauthentic content if you're uploading it on YouTube. So that is that for us to have in mind. So that's basically the whole process. Either use ChatGPT. First of all, you need to add, just like a recap sort of, you need to add your instruction, custom instruction, create it as a prompt or as a project or as a GPT, then tell it what you want to create, and it will go through the whole process with you, ask you the genre you want, you select the genre or the niche you want to create video on, select the sub niche, select the culture, select the dialogue, select the style. So any style you want, even if you want to create like a claymation or stop motion or storybook, watercolor, or even a realistic human being, you can do that. It will create anything you want for you using this. And once everything is selected, you start going through it, creating all the images, prompt after prompt. So let me see if there's any question. If anybody has a question, please feel free to you can either put it on the chat or you can just pop in and ask a question. Let's see, have you tried the extension function for generating scenes sequentially? Yes, you can. It will call the switch, and let's see the extension. So I think the extension, only video generated videos can be extended. I don't have the one that I used, the 3.1. Is it how many? Let me see. Okay, so because I didn't use View 3.1, so that's why it's not giving me the option to extend it. So if you use View 3.1, you can extend it. But I think I tried it once, but I'm not sure it really gave me what I wanted. Let's even try it. Let's see if we want to generate. Let's generate one more this character again. Let's generate this. Animate. View 3.1. So let's generate this and see where's the scene for this character. So like you can see, you can only extend characters that you generate using View 3.1. Let's see, and let me also add the second one as well, in case they say I need to add this. Approve. So where is the second scene 2? Scene 2. It's still on View 3.1 here. Okay. So let's even see what the extension does. So approve, and let's see. So while we're waiting for it, let's go back to Claude. So now Claude has given us the response character base. So let's select just like we selected the other time, and let's say let's just select the same thing. Let's say fruits, health, healthy eating, North America, English, Pixar, shots. So the same thing is selected for the other one. Let's select the same thing here as well. Let me go back to Africa. So Africa village, African village. Okay. Let's select the same thing. So once it's finished asking us our questions, we'll then tell it to go ahead and do the whole thing for us. But let's come back to this. Meanwhile, let's go back and see what it came up with. Logged in here, a short run time means roughly 10 to 12 seconds at about. So we'll keep the story tight and punchy. The happy takes center stage with African markup. So after generating 10 viral topics, then we can tell it to proceed with this automation. So let it come back with that. So where are videos? This is the first one. Okay, so this is the first one. Let's see.
Good morning, friends! Today feels... Wait. Something feels missing.
I think I even like these shots better. I like the camera movement, the panning and all that. It makes it look cinematic. Let's see.
Good morning, friends! Today feels... Wait. Something feels missing.
Okay, so let's see. Still not giving us the option. Only view generated videos can be extended. But this video was generated using View 3.1 Lite. So why is it telling me this again? Anybody that has tried it on their own parts, please tell me how you did it. Have they disabled that option? I know I've tried that extend before, and it worked. Okay, hold on, let's see. It's because I'm selecting. Anyway, so it's not giving us the option to select select the extend. The thing is that I've not been using it because I remember when it's Omni came out newly, I think I tried it to see how it can, because I was thinking that what it does was to extend the clip. If let's say I created a 10 seconds clip and I want to extend it to like 15 seconds, I was thinking that was what it does, to extend it to like a longer duration. But I think it was something else that came up. I think it gave me the option to add a prompt or to add something else. I can't really remember what it did, but let's see what this other video produced.
Good morning, friends! Today feels... Wait. Something feels missing. Appy, you forgot your morning apple cheer! Good morning, friends!
Okay, so let's see if this gives us the option. So the option still did not come out. I'll still continue to explore to see why it's not giving us the option and to see what we can do to bring that up, or to see that extended, to see what it does and see if it's better than what we have already. So but basically you can still do the same kind of cutting here to trim and all that, just to make it look the way you want, and you download, as we already know, or you download it as a project. So let's go back to Claude and see. So Claude has given us 10 different options. So just to save time, I'll just go with the option number 1. Which topic would you like to develop into a full script? I'll just say option 1. Then I want you to proceed it. Generation, creating just 2 scenes. Creating just 2 scenes for the video and merging them together, and give me the final MP4 file. So another good thing about this option is that once you've created this, you can still tell it to, if you have there's this skill called hyperframe. If you have hyperframe skills, or if you have motion skills, you can also tell it to add some effect or some text overlay or some caption to it using hyperframe or emotion. So you can also do those ones for you as well. But let me just go with this basic one, just like we did for the first one, and let's see what the final production is, and give me the final MP4 file. Okay, so let's just allow it to its thing, and let's see. So this is basically how you do this if you want to do this style. And if you want to also do this other style as well, remember I pasted both instructions on the WhatsApp group. So you can also use this as well to create a custom instruction or custom GPT or even a project. So let's say you don't want to do this fruit vegetable kind of video, you want to do like animation or realistic characters or any other thing you have in mind, any other niche you have in mind, you can use this prompt for it. So this prompt can give you 3D animation, can give you photorealistic, can give you 2D flat cartoon, anime, stickman, claymation, paper cutout, pixel. So any other style, any niche you think, let's say you find a niche on YouTube or TikTok that is going viral and you want to replicate it, you want to do similar thing, you can as well come and you can as well use this instruction instead of using the other one for the fruits. So the other one is basically specifically for the fruits and vegetable style of video, but this one is for the general kind of video. There's still drama, there's still action. In terms of the sub niches, like somebody said they want to do like crime scene videos, there's crime scene option, there's discovery, there's mystery, investigation, there's health. So any niche at all you can think of. All you just need to do, once you paste this instruction, you just tell it that you want to create a video on any topic, then it will go ahead to start asking you different questions on the style you want, the niche you want, the sub niche you want, and all that. So that is what it will create the prompt for you to enable you to create the video. So this is what you do, and this is the basic, this is all the instruction it goes through for you to be able to create exactly what you want. So that is that. And let's come back to this. I'll develop topic 1, tights into since the render step spends creative clock ready. Let me first run the setup. Now let me load the tools. Animation, cost of 2 cents. So now basically it will check how much you have before it starts generating the video, so it does not get stuck halfway. Now I can see that what I have current balance is 182 credits. And the entire two scenes add together will give me 120 credits. It will cost me 120 credits. So a total of plus some other additions, some other editing that it will do, a total of 180 credits. So that is exactly what I will spend for this. And goes through the different options. So it has created the script. This is the script. This is the scene. So basically it will create everything for you, and this is the image that's generated. Generate this image, this other image as well. So once everything has been done, it will automate the whole process. And the reason why I also like this is because at the moment, even though you can still use Seedance 2.0 inside Creative Claw, it knows that VO 3.1 Lite is cheaper, is cost effective than using Seedance. So it will go for the cheaper one. So now it is creating the video. So you can see this entire process that we spent almost like an hour plus to create. Just under how many seconds? It has created a video for us. Let me just open it for us to see.
Why so tired today, little one? A strong body needs the right food. Appy, why so tired today, little one? A strong body needs the right food. Appy, what?
And if you can see, like I said, this does not come with watermark. Unlike this other one that the video came with the watermark. And you have to start thinking of how to mask it out if you don't want it to show. So, but this other one, no watermark. And let's see the second video.
Apple each day keeps you strong. Wow, I feel amazing. One fresh apple each day keeps you strong. Wow, I feel amazing. One fresh.
So now what it has done is, because I said just create 2 scenes. If you're creating like a full video, like let's say you want to create like a 1 minute long video, you can always tell it the size or the length of video you want. You can also even tell it the aspect ratio. So if you want it for like 9:16, like TikTok size or YouTube Shorts, you can tell it that you want the 9:16. And to create, because I did not specify the aspect ratio, so I just created the long form option for me. So the next thing will be to add both clips together. So another thing we can also add here, just because of I started this, so let me go back. So I started from here, and I was well told it here that I wanted to first of all create consistent characters, then also create what's it called, storyboard. So I would have told you to create the storyboard first, then create the video from the storyboard. So that way it will need to create these different images. It will just go ahead and create the storyboard, and that also gives you the option. If you guys remember from the beginning when we were creating this prompt, it asked us at some point, do you want storyboard or do we want to just create the video by ourselves? So the advantage of creating a storyboard is because if you're using this option that you have to pay for creating the image, storyboard helps you to create just one simple image. So you create just one image with the different scenes inside that storyboard, instead of creating like 12 different images, which will cost you 12 times. So that's just the advantage of having a storyboard instead. So you tell it you want it to create a storyboard of the different scenes. So from the storyboard, it will create the final video. So that's an option that you can explore if you want to create like a longer scene with multiple, or longer video with multiple scenes. So that's that option. But for this, I didn't tell you to create storyboard because I wanted to create the image one at a time so we can see the process of how we can animate the whole thing. But you can also still tell it to create the storyboard for you here instead of creating one images at a time. So once you create the storyboard, you then use the storyboard to create the video. But another thing is creating videos with, depending on the kind of video you're creating though. If you're creating it with video 3.1, it might not give you the cinematic feelings. Like if you're creating like high intense video, like action video sort of, it won't give you the exact cinematic feel that you want compared to what you get from Seedance 2.0. So that's the reason why if you're doing this option, do it one at a time. Don't do storyboard. If not, it might skip some parts or it might not get exactly what you want. And in some cases, you might still reprompt it and it will give you exactly what you want for the storyboard. So that's just optional for you to just explore which one you prefer to do most, or which one you prefer out of both. So now let's see our final creation. So if we look at this, although they look similar, the same hat, the same character, the same outfit, even though this one, the outfit looks different from this other one. Even this, the cloth as well look a bit different. And all of a sudden, this basket and all that disappeared. So that's the reason why storyboard is better for this option. And this option is better with storyboard because you're asking an AI agent to do the creation for you. So it can check which of the video creation model is best. If in that case, if it believes that Seedance 2.0 is better for that creation, it might use Seedance 2.0, or it might use other Chinese models. There's other Chinese models that are very good as well in creating video. I think there's one that is called Halo or what's Halo, different ones. So Creative Claude has different video creation models in them. So it will look for the best one and the cheapest one to use for your creation. So let's see. I think I should just join. Thanks. I need the recording. No problem. Hopefully we'll get the recording. Okay, so somebody said, let's see, Mr. Data. What about some of us that does not have knowledge about video creation? Can all this be done in Claude? Yes, this is Claude we're using at the moment. Also, is there any AI tools that can generate everything without having to create the character individually? This is exactly what we're doing. So here on Claude, I don't know if you joined earlier when we started connecting, but if you want to use it on Claude, you have to first of all connect the platform you want to use. On this connector, you can either use Hixfeed or you can use Creative Claude. So which of them, any of them works best. So, like I said, the reason why I prefer using Creative Claude is because Creative Claude charges you based on your usage. So you just add some token, just add like $10 to it. $10 gives you 1,000 credits. So it charges you based on your usage. So even if you don't use it for the next 5 months, it is still there. You can always come back and use it. But for Hixfeed charges you monthly. So you subscribe for the month, and once the month ends, your credits will go. You won't be able to roll over. You subscribe again, even if you don't use them. So, but Hixfeed has so many options. Hixfeed, If you want something much more professional, if you want something, let's say you're working like an agency, like a video creation agency, I would suggest you use Hixfeed, because you have the option of monthly payments. Your clients are paying you to create videos for them. Hixfeed gives a much more professional feel, much more professional creation, and it's an all-rounder. You can use it for ad, for creative ad, for doing different videos, different styles. So Hixfeed is much more broad and much more advanced to use compared to Creative Claw. But if you're not the type that creates so many videos and you want to manage your tokens, so you can use them, you can use Creative Claw for that. But in the long run, I think Hixfeed will give you much more advanced usage compared to Creative Claw if you're using it very often. So once you add it, you go to the website. This is the website, and you go through the different prompts. So you click on start creating, takes you to this page. You copy this, you click on this, it opens on the Claude page. You paste this in, and you do the same thing here. So we've gone through this process already, so hopefully you should be able to see that if you go through the recorded video. And if you will watch this video, even if it's not even recorded, this is TikTok, so that's the advantage. You can always come back and watch the video, even if the recording does not work. Though I'm recording it, but since it's the first time we're using TikTok for this live session, I don't know if I'll be able to download the recording, or if the recording I'll send it as a link. But whichever way, you can always come back and watch the video. So this is the whole process. Once you've done this, then you go back to your Claude, and you also need to add this as a custom instruction. So I pasted this and also this. I pasted both of them on the chat. So all you need to do is just to either you download it as a Microsoft Word, then use it to create a project, or use it to create a custom GPT. We also went through that process as well, so you can always rewatch and see that process and do that. So once you've done that, you open the project page. So you can see this is the project page for the fruit vegetable cartoon video project instruction, and our topic is daily Apple health benefits. So just type what you want it to create for you here, and if you want it automated, because of you already have your connection, you already have your connector, so you just tell it to use Creative Claw as the connector. So basically what it will do is that it go through the whole process, create the whole thing for you. You will see from here, we told it, after we've selected the niche we want, the sub niche and everything, we told it, and this is the video title we want. So we told it to go ahead and create the whole thing for us, including the MP4 video. So this is what it created, and give us the image, give us another image, and combine them. I think this is a combination, or is it this? This is the video. 6 seconds. Let's see the final video. So it gave us a link for the final. So now this is the final MP4 video. It will give you a link for the final video, and it also gives you 2 different links for those 2 different scenes. If you're creating 12 scenes, it will give you 12 different links with 12 different scenes. Now if I click on this, it opens in a new window.
Appy, why so tired today, little one? A strong body needs the right food. One fresh apple each day keeps you strong. Wow, I feel amazing.
Now this is the final video. Let's say if you're creating like a 6 or 12 different scenes, it will definitely take longer than this, just because of we did just 2 scenes. But you can even see how much faster it takes, or how fast it is to even create these 2 scenes compared to when we were creating them using Flow. So this takes longer to create, but this is a lot, saves you a whole lot of time or stress. You just tell it and it does everything for you. Then from here, you click on these 3 dots and you download your video. And you can also see the video does not come with a watermark. So there is no watermark attached to the video compared to what you have. And here you don't need to take it to CapCut to do any editing. You don't need to do any extra thing to it. Everything has already been created for you. You just download and your video is fine. So that's the advantage of automating the process, even though it comes at a cost. If we look at the total cost, so it says credit summary started at 189 credits. I used 180. So these two videos, including image and everything, images plus video cost 120. Two of them merged together. So I think merging them together costs 2 credits. Images cost 60. Video 120. Merging together costs 2 credits. So now I have 7 credits left. So to our next node, this runs about 12 seconds. So it's really a teaser, not the full 1 minute shot. And the other clips were generated independently. So Happy and Mango made slightly. Okay, locking character references sheet first fixes exactly what I was saying. So it's another thing about using, like if you're using AI agents for things like this, they see little mistakes and they see best ways to improve whatever you're doing. So now it has gone through the whole thing and they notice that character consistency might be a problem if we creating this using the same method I used. You know, I talked about instead of creating them separately, it's better for you to create the storyboard. So storyboard locks all the characters together without consistency. So and that's just what it's trying to say. Locking character references sheet first fixes that on the longer build. So now it knows that what it created does not have that consistent character. And this is the best way. This is the best way to have a consistent character. So that is what it's recommending to us. So it says one need to generate the viral metadata package, title, description, tag, thumbnail, idea for this clip, or expand into a full 1 minute. The longer render would need a credit. So once you've generated your entire video, the next thing is we need to do will be to generate the metadata for it, the title, the description, the thumbnail, and it can even generate the thumbnail image for you because it has access to Nano Banana and other image generation, and it will give you the tags that you use. So basically all you need to do, tell it to generate everything for you, download the video, upload it, copy the metadata and paste, and you're fine, you're good to go. So that's how fast and convenient it is to create video instead of doing them manually yourself. So, but it comes at a cost, but you just have to bear that cost if you don't mind. So, but this is just about because of just 2 scenes. And these 2 scenes, let's say you might end up creating, like, if you want to do like YouTube shorts, you can do like 4 scenes. 4 scenes, like 24 seconds, 25 seconds. Or you can, if you want to do TikTok and you want to get paid doing TikTok, you can do. Your scene needs to be longer than 1 minute for you to get paid using TikTok. Can I please tag my number? Tag your number. I'm not even sure the tag number. Okay. I would find a way to do that, but I'm not sure how I can do that here. But you can always, if you're not already in the WhatsApp group, you can join the WhatsApp group. So on our WhatsApp group, we share more information about what we do during the live session, and the session comes in once every week. So hopefully going forward, we should be able to continue using TikTok if this is better, if this is good. It's just for everybody to have a feel of the live session together, not just those on the WhatsApp group, and also for those on TikTok as well. Okay, so that's basically how you create this content. And if you also want to take it to the next level of monetization, you can also, where do I have that? Just a moment, let me see. I think I have that here. So you can also have a ClickBank account, for instance. ClickBank is an affiliate marketing platform where you promote products. Some people like the option of creating their own digital products to sell, while some other people would not mind promoting other people's products. So if you create an account on ClickBank, so this account we just created recently and it's free. You just go to affiliate marketplace and you see all the different niches they have at the top. So depending on where you're focusing on, like since we're talking about health and fitness or health and wellness using API, you can just search for, or you just click on health and fitness here, or you search. So once you click on this, there are different products you can promote on ClickBank, different products. But first, it's better for you to filter. So you always filter with high gravity. High gravity means that if the gravity is very high, it means that so many other people have been promoting that product and the product is selling very well. So that means that's the reason why the gravity is high. So once you filter with high gravity, you look at the products, the top selling product, the brain song. So this is the products you can also promote. And another option is that if you want to promote something related to the kind of video you're creating, you can first of all look at what they have and create a video around that product. So it doesn't look like you're selling to people. So it looks like you're creating content on this niche, and you're also recommending to people if they want to even learn more or find out more or to even enjoy more of the benefits or something like that. You have a link on your description or on your pinned comment for them to check out and try that as well. So once they click on that, they'll be able to bring them to this page, and once you make any sale, you get about 50 to 60% commission to it. So to get your affiliate link, you just have to click on get affiliate link, and once you create an account, you have a nickname, select your nickname and continue. So from here you copy. So this is your affiliates link. Once you click on this, let's open it on another page. So open it on a new page. This is what the viewers or buyers will see. Whoever click on this link, this is what they will see. And once they purchase this product for $39, you get about 70% commission, depending on how much commission it is. So if we go to, let's view sales page, let's view the affiliates page. So this page basically is just for affiliate, for you to understand what the product is all about. And at times they also put how much percentage you get for that product. But the good thing about ClickBank is that most of their percentages are from 50 to 70% commission. That's what you get for any sales you make. So you can also use this as an extra monetization process, because most time if you're starting a new channel, it might be hard for you to get to that monetization threshold. Like YouTube, for instance, 1,000 and 4,000 watch hours, 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours. But you can also start making money with this even before meeting that threshold. Just copy the affiliate link, add it to either your bio or add it as a pinned comment anytime you create a video. So just tell people that they should click on the link or the first link in the pinned comment on the description for them to try the product or to understand more or to learn more, depending on what you're talking about. So that way it doesn't look as if you're selling things to them, but also you're giving them value for what they can benefit from. So this is another way for you to monetize and start making money before you get monetized on these platforms. So that is basically everything that I wanted to talk about today. Does anybody have any question? So before we round up, just a quick recap. So basically, starting from scratch, you have to first of all have this custom instruction. Once you have this, you create a project or you create a a custom GPT, add it to it. Once you add it, you give it a topic, any topic you want to create video on, and it asks you some series of questions on what kind of video you want and how you want the video to look and all that, and also everything you want on the video. So once it asks you all those questions, you respond to it. If you want to go the automated process, you connect it to your Creative Cloud or connect it to Hixfeed, depend on which you want, and you tell it to create the whole thing for you using Creative Cloud. If you also want to even take this to another level, I can also tell it to use the hyperframe skills to add. I know Monetisation asked me before. Restricted. Your life is not eligible for recommendation if extending the size is there because it's. How am I getting this error? This is the line we do for you. Eligible standard being in the guideline which we have the tend to support the best. Okay, so I was saying that I know I might have this whisper flow, but just that most times I prefer to just type. Use the hyperframe skills to add some animation effect, and also you can add a caption, text overlay, just add some animation, some graphic effects to make it look much more professional and to even make it look more attractive to the viewers. So, in this case, to the video. So now I can also add this addition to it, because if I have hyperframe skills installed, so it should be able to connect to hyperframe and use that to edit this final video and add to my physics, some animation paparazzi to it, sort of. So let's just see what it comes up with. You can either use hyperframes or you can use remotion. So any of them works fine, but hyperframe is much better than remotion. So if you don't have the skills already on your Claude, make sure you install hyperframe skills and remotion. You can use those to create 2D, 3D animation and graphics, video and all that. Okay, so let's just see what it does. I use the hyperframe for this. And another thing also is that Creative Cloud also have option to use hyperframe. So you can use hyperframes inside Creative Cloud. But just that the problem is that it will cost you money. If you use hyperframe inside Creative Cloud, it will cost you money to use. But if you use the hyperframes that you've already installed on your Claude, you can do that for free. So that's why I was telling you to use the hyperframe it has on Claude itself. Monetisation, do you want to come? But let me even understand. Sorry, let me see if I can bring you up. Let me understand what you were saying. You're saying people are struggling. Why can't I even see you to bring you up? That's way more people will find it easier to join. Anyway, I think do you want to come up so you can even explain better? You know, this is our first TikTok live, and for those that were here from the beginning saw how I struggled, to even navigate the whole thing. I have not done TikTok live before, so this is the first time. So I believe it is bound to be a struggle at the first. So hopefully, as time goes on, we should be able to understand better. So, but let me understand, what do you mean by struggle? Struggle in what aspect? Is it struggle to join or struggle to interact? If we say me too, I struggled. Cornelia said we all struggled. What is the struggle? Please, somebody should enlighten me. Let me understand. At least this is the first one. Let's know how we can fix it going forward, so we don't struggle again. Does anybody want to come up and explain? Cornelia, you're already up. Do you want to tell us what the struggle is? Is there any other Is there another person I want to explain what the struggle is? Let's
Can you
understand.
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I think it was more a matter of we just didn't understand how to log in the beginning and then figuring it out. So I think that's what Montenshi's trying to say, but I could be wrong. But I think that's where the issue was. But like you said, it's the first live, so I'm sure as time goes on.
Oh, okay. I think I understand now.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Don't quote me though. Maybe Motenshi has something different to say, but I think that's what everyone is referring to.
yeah, I think you're right. Because if you also said she said interacting, especially I can't find myself where to mute or mute from. The thing is that it's not just you. I mean, I also struggle. I think it was who even corrected me at first from beginning. So basically, I struggled at first to start, but I understand what you guys are saying. Even I understand your own explanation that we should it's better we use Google Meet. You know, Google Meet is, yes, I said it's better. Even at the point I have to even say I think I need to bring some people up so I can say it doesn't feel as if I'm the only one talking to myself, because this was entirely strange, entirely new for me as well. So that's why I had to say, okay, Cornelia, come up, let me also see some people's faces, know that okay, people are here with me. But the reason why I actually brought this here was because of if we use Google Meet, which is something I've been using for the past 6-7 weeks, it's been very fine, and we record the video, and what I do is that I clip the videos and I post them on TikTok. So I want to post the whole 1 hour plus, 2 hours plus on TikTok. I post them on TikTok, and most people interact with the videos on TikTok, and some people even send me personal messages that how can they get the full video. So I just feel like instead of just doing it and sending the video back to some people personally, individually, it's better I just bring the whole thing into one platform where everybody can join together. I have some people on TikTok here that are not on the WhatsApp group, and I don't like the idea of like trying to like force people to join the WhatsApp group. If you want to join, you can join, it's fine. So I want it to be like it's a personal thing, it's a preference. I join because I want to join, because I like the group. So that's why I did not say, okay, I'm going to start preaching to people on TikTok to join the group. Who wants to join can join. So I say it's better I just bring it here. Let's have everybody together on one platform, do the live together. And those on TikTok, if they want to join the WhatsApp group, they're always free to join the WhatsApp group. And somehow it's even an advantage to some people that might not have the chance to always meet up or catch up with the meeting, because here, whether I record it or not, the video will be on TikTok. You can always come back and watch it whenever you want to. So for those that would not always have the time to join the meeting, or those that Sunday is not convenient for them, you can come back and watch the recorded video as well. So that's just the reason why I said, okay, let's just come here. But for the first session, it's always, the first things are always difficult to navigate. Most people don't usually like change. People don't like the idea of, I'm already used to this thing, let me change to something else. But one thing we need to understand in life is that the only constant thing in this life is change. You should always be open to embracing new things, new technologies, new style, and see, even if it's not better, just find a way to make it better for yourself. So that's just the reason why I just felt, okay, let's just do it here. Instead of doing it here, and I'll download the video, upload it on TikTok, add all the metadata and all that. It's better I just do it here once and for all. Everything just upload automatically. So I believe with time we should be able to find a way to make it better for everybody and to get used to the whole process. It's just like a learning curve, and there are some people that might not be used to TikTok as well, so they might also struggle at first. But I want to assure you that you don't have anything to worry. You should be fine with it. It's just for us to understand how to make it better subsequently. Okay, so my suggestion is you can actually share the link to the training on both TikTok and WhatsApp. Do you mean if I create the video on Google Meet, then I can share it on TikTok and WhatsApp? Is that what you're saying? Which link are you talking about, Monetisation? So my suggestion is that you can actually share the link to the training. Is it link from Google Meet or link from TikTok which of them?
That's what I'm wondering as well.
Yeah. So, but if we're talking about link from Google Meet, that is what I've been doing. And to me, it's time consuming because most times after the training, I feel so tired. I just want to go and rest. I'm talking about the live training. So if we are doing the training, you can share the link. Okay, name the TikTok live training link. Share it ahead of time. I don't mind for you to come up so you can just talk. It's like you're very conversant with TikTok, so you can at least enlighten me. Let me, instead of typing 11. Do you want to come up?
Yeah, let him come up. He can explain.
Come up. Let's talk. Meanwhile, let me see what we have. Here's the upgraded version. Let me see. I say yes. So do you have to request to come up or do you have to? Why am I not seeing your name if I click on to add? I'm not seeing you anywhere.